Welcome to PAWS Academy. Here, every week, you will get a chance to learn something new and exciting about pets or wild animals and how you can help them. Hi there! Welcome back to PAWS Academy, and if you are new to PAWS Academy, welcome! My name is Bailey, and I'm an educator at PAWS, where people are helping animals every day. Last week, we talked about not feeding wildlife, specifically not feeding the waterfowl at your local lakes and ponds. We dived into that issue and explored how bread can negatively affect mallard ducks in both their growth and their ability to even fly. I hope you had a chance to talk to someone in your life about why we shouldn't feed wildlife. If you missed our last episode, you can click the link in the description. It'll take you right to the video. In this episode, we are going to be investigating another issue that our wild neighbors are facing. More specifically, we are going to explore how trash affects our wild neighbors. As humans, we create a lot of trash or waste in our day-to-day lives, whether it is a plastic straw or something bigger like a mayonnaise jar, or even bigger like a broken vacuum. We're all part of creating some waste. If this waste isn't disposed of correctly, it can end up harming our wild neighbors. Today, we are going to look at 3 different ways that trash can affect the wild neighbors around us. The first way is through ingestion, or the eating of trash. Grocery bags, plastic straws, or other plastic products can rapidly fill up landfills and often clog drains. If this plastic drifts out to the sea, animals like turtles or even dolphins can ingest the plastic, and it can create health problems for them and many other animals. This can make them really sick and even cause them to die. A patient that came to the PAWS Wildlife Center was a mallard duck that ingested a fish hook and line. She probably thought that since it was shiny, it may have been a tasty fish. Unfortunately, it wasn't a tasty fish, but the PAWS Wildlife staff was able to take care of her and remove the fish hook safely. This is an x-ray of what the fish hook looked like inside of her. Isn't that incredible that the PAWS Wildlife staff was able to take care of her? The second way is through entanglement. Have you ever tried walking around or just moving while having your arms and legs all tied together? It's difficult. For animals, it can be very dangerous. If a wild animal was to get entangled in a piece of trash, like fishing line, they would have trouble getting away from predators or an oncoming car. This would also make it hard for them to get food or water. The third way is getting stuck in trash, like discarded jars and bottles. These usually do not biodegrade, which means to be a substance or object that can be broken down by bacteria or other living organisms, like worms. This trash remains in landfills and clogs sewers, streets, or even rivers and fields. Some animals, like crabs, birds, or other small animals, may crawl into bottles looking for food and water and could become stuck. Others could suffer from overheating or starvation. In fact, a patient that came to the PAWS Wildlife Center got stuck in a plastic jug. This coyote came to the PAWS Wildlife Center with his head stuck in a plastic mayonnaise container. The wildlife experts at the PAWS Wildlife Center carefully removed the jar, then the coyote needed a few days to rest and heal before returning back to his habitat in the wild. If you ever see a wild animal that is tangled up or stuck in trash, it's really important to not try to help the animal yourself. They might have other issues that you don't see, so the animal needs expert help. Find an adult you trust and have them call PAWS. To reduce the impact of trash and plastic on wildlife, it's important that we try to reduce our plastic use. Even the smallest amount of decrease in our plastic use can help our wild neighbors. Have you ever heard of the phrase reduce, reuse, recycle? It talks about 3 ways that we can help limit our impact on the earth. While reducing our plastic use is one way, you can also reuse it or recycle it. Reusing means to give something a second life. I will reuse spaghetti sauce jars as a planter for a new plant. And by recycling, we are helping make sure waste doesn't end up in landfills. Now that you know the impact that plastic can have on the wild neighbors in your neighborhoods around you, you definitely want to do all you can to keep them safe. That's what being a good steward of their habitat would do. It's time for you to take action. We want you to take some steps to help your wild neighbors. Go to our website, paws.org/PAWSacademy, and click on the activities that go with this video. You can learn more ways to make your neighborhood safer for your wild neighbors. Additionally, we want you to take the first step to decreasing the amount of plastic in your life or finding creative ways to reuse them. Whenever you go to the store, ask your family or your friends if you can bring a reusable bag instead of plastic bags at the store. You can even get reusable produce bags, so you don't have to bring your apples and oranges home wrapped in plastic. These are some that I have, that I use when I go to the store. If you already do that, you can go a step further. Eliminate single-use plastics like plastic straws or silverware. You can get a set of stainless steel straws like mine, or a set of silicone straws works too. If you are already doing both of these things in your household, that's amazing! Tell a friend or a family member that you are excited about eliminating single-use plastics from your households, and talk about other things that you can do to make sure your neighborhoods and the world around you stay clean for your wild neighbors. If you enjoyed this episode of the Wildlife series of PAWS Academy, make sure to give this video a like or a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in again to PAWS Academy. I'm so excited to keep learning with you all. I hope you learned a way that you can help wild animals today. The next time I see you, we are going to continue learning about issues that our wild neighbors are facing. Until then, I'm Bailey. Keep helping the animals. Bye-bye! A special thank you to our friends at VCA Animal Hospitals for sponsoring this episode of PAWS Academy. Make sure that you click the red subscribe button and turn the bell on so you don't miss another PAWS Academy video. See you next time. Bye-bye!